we're off. We're off on our snaps. Oh, snaps.
Hey, welcome to the best of everything. I am Ruben Paul, and across
I'm
from
Johnny
me
Sanchez.
is Johnny Sanchez. He tried to cut off the intro because he knew I was going to say something about him being Portuguese, and that's what he wanted to avoid, but I did it anyway. But hey, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We are live.
We're only a couple minutes late, but
Yeah.
you know,
You was talking about some things, man.
Yeah, we get to chatting sometimes before we start it, and it's almost like
Then we start. Why aren't we recording this?
Why are we not recording?
We're talking.
This is what we're.
We should be live.
Yeah.
So what's up, man?
Well,
All right.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on.
there's a lot.
But,
We got a lot going on.
But you
so.
reminded me of something right before I came on air, and this is a message to people who know me. And it's if you have my telephone number, why are you sending me messages on Facebook and Instagram?
Oh yeah,
and if you're really trying to get in touch with me.
Yeah, I get that too.
That's
sometimes.
That's like you sending me a message on Facebook. You're like, yo, dude, you didn't get my message? Like, no, I didn't get your message. Why didn't you text me? Why didn't you call me?
Right.
I'm not even saying you have to call. Some people don't like to talk on the phone. That's fine.
I get the whole
Dude,
no calling, by the way. I'm
don't
okay with the no calling. Because, let's admit it. Nowadays, you see somebody's name pop up. Sometimes it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know if you feel like it. But here's the thing. I ended up turning off my notifications on Messenger because people send videos,
those little
memes,
pass this on to 10 people.
Along.
Or
if you believe in whatever, pass this along. If
I rarely
these people's rights, so I finally shut it off. And then the only bad thing with that was then every now and then I check, and then I'll see something like, hey, Johnny, do you want to do this gig with I'll miss out on some gigs, dude.
Yeah, so for the record,
but
everybody doesn't check their social media like that, especially if you have a lot of followers and you're getting a lot of,
junk.
Yeah, you're just getting a lot of junk
mail,
so you
I guess
don't
you
go
could
through
say.
everything. And then it's just weird when somebody who knows me goes, hey man, I sent you a message.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get any text from you. Oh no, I sent it to you on Instagram. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, with Instagram,
Good luck with that.
Yeah, but with Instagram, I think they're thinking like you're gonna see that little dot that tells you have something.
Yeah, dude. But when you log on and you see 35 dots.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you know what? Okay.
You know what I mean? When
you know what?
see
Ruben runs Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So it's totally. Yeah, I forgot about that's totally different. You got people when you can give me spot. Can you squeeze me in next? I got a showcase. Can I do 8?
Yeah.
Ruben's getting all that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. See, I can kind of tell on Instagram. I know when somebody's leaving me a message, but on Messenger, I turned it off, so I don't see those.
Okay.
But I'm with you. Why not just if you have the person,
especially if you need something.
Yeah.
Like if you need something, it'll be different if you're just saying, "Hey, was online," and just saying, "Hey, what's up?" Or whatever.
Ruben doesn't have nearly as many pet peeves as me, but
you have pet peeves.
Yeah, I got pet peeves.
What's one pet peeve for you right off the top?
Right off the top. Gee, I feel like I'm.
I mean, but your whole life is pet peeves.
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much.
really weird.
Like a lot of things.
By the way,
you.
can I just tell you, that pet peeve, that phrase, irritates me. Like I'd rather hear what are your hang-ups? What are your annoyances? But pet peeve, dude, it just bugs me. I think that's one of the worst words to use for people's annoyances. What's your pet peeve?
Do you know where?
And I don't know the origin.
You don't know.
No.
I'm shocked you don't know the origin of that, Johnny. You haven't taken time to look it up?
No.
To go,
because I hate it.
You hate it that much?
Yeah. Because peeve is like annoyances, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why not just what's your peeve, bro? What's your peeve, dude?
Dude.
Why do we got to do pet? Why is pet in there?
You're getting angry about it right
I
now, just
am.
talking about it. But here's a pet peeve me and we both, and maybe this is a pet peeve for
Quit saying it.
because pet peeve.
How about this is my peeve?
Nah, man, you always try to change
Shout out
shit.
to my peeves. Oh, I mean, whisper out to my peeves.
whatever.
I just came up with a new word.
Here's
my
one thing I
peeves.
can't stand, man. Maybe this is everybody's pet.
You just did one for me.
Tapping.
You know.
Yeah, Johnny. I'm gonna do all your pet peeves
Ruben,
in this one.
early on in this
hour.
podcast,
I'm gonna do all of them.
He used to do it way more. He used to we used to have pins.
Yeah.
And he would do the tap, hitting the pin, sometimes on the side of the click.
Yeah.
The click.
Yeah.
Click. So he's not only is he.
Oh, I would do it on the click because that's what I wanted.
He
the
would
clicking
tap
noise.
it. That's right. And then
Yeah.
it was tapping and clicking at the same time. And he goes, let me tell you something else. And then click. And let me tell you something else. Click. All right. That's one of mine right there.
Okay.
But
Maybe this
if
is
you-
everybody's pet. I can't stand disrespect
Oh, yeah.
to somebody
Like,
who, and then they try to act like it wasn't disrespectful.
okay, what's worse, the disrespectful side or them trying to act like it wasn't?
Well, maybe. I mean, I guess. I mean, would that really go under pet peeve though? Like, just people being disrespectful and inconsiderate.
Oh, well, you and
I think
you and I have
think
a
being
big thing with
inconsiderate goes
yeah.
into being disrespectful.
Of course.
You know?
They're like almost one of
But
the, yeah.
maybe those aren't pet peeve because who's gonna say, oh, disrespect doesn't bother me? Like no one's gonna.
Yeah, no.
No one's gonna say that. So maybe that's not a pet peeve.
Like, do you mean stuff like not saying thank you when when you hold the door open?
Stuff like that.
Yeah, that really gets to me, man.
Yeah.
That really, and then I end up getting in the habit, of going, "You're welcome," as I'm walking out because
Yeah.
and then sometimes I can lead the, well, excuse me, oh, you fucking heard me, dude.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
you
Everybody just opens the door for you, dude.
yeah, everybody opens.
Like I'm an automatic fucking.
and it makes you
grocery
not
store door.
want, you know what? Maybe I think I'm gonna stop doing it for guys. I'll still do it for the ladies, and I'll do it for older men. No, because some old guy did it to me at the gas station last week,
and he gets mad about that.
Almost said something to him, man. And I looked at him, and he was kind of like that older, kind of crusty white dude. And I go, "Oh, he's just an old white crab ass." You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what?
He probably didn't think I spoke English anyway, which that's another one of my pet peeves. Quit assuming because some people are short and brown that they don't speak English. That's frustrating, dude. You don't understand. Could you imagine if somebody saw you and then the first thing they say is, and they start speaking Haitian or whatever it is.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Oh, it's totally different.
I wouldn't have a problem with
It's
that.
totally different out here. Oh my god!
Because I get it from your perspective because
it's like, I'm new here.
yeah,
I'm not. Haven't
but
been
if
here
I
long.
saw you like that, I would go, excuse me, my friend. That's how I would approach you. I go, hey, my friend.
Wait,
Hey,
Spanish or Middle Eastern?
no, I would do like, I wouldn't actually speak Spanish because I don't speak Spanish. But there's a way that I talk to, like, if I don't think somebody speaks English and they're Mexican, I go, hey, my friend.
Yeah,
you,
my friend.
You
My
want
friend.
you
But you wouldn't.
Yeah.
If you is that assuming that I might be Middle Eastern or is that assuming I am Mexican?
it would be assuming that you're Mexican.
Oh, okay. Because
So
you
you're
know
like,
what?
I don't. You
well,
know.
let me tell you what really. Okay, first of all, don't speak to somebody in Spanish. Try English first.
Uh-huh.
Give them a shot. Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So you're speaking English.
I do speak English, but
okay.
I do. It's probably more offensive the way that I do it because
you
I'm,
change
no,
your-
but my friend is fine. I think that's a good way to approach him.
I
Like,
always
hey,
think
how you
of
doing,
middle.
my friend.
Yeah, I guess there's Latinos that do the my friend thing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, right here, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Gracias, my friend. Yeah, you're right. But here, it's that. Here's the other one, dude. This is what always makes me. I can never tell.
Yo, your friend Sean Reddy.
Yeah, Sean Reddy. That's my Indian brother from another mother.
Yeah, Sean Reddy said only hold the door open for women now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what? That old crab
Oh,
ass.
but when women don't acknowledge it, it's like, really, bitch?
Yeah, because then you run into that thing of like, if she might be going, yeah, you better open for me. I'm hot. Right? That might be the mentality.
as long as here's the thing, it's just be polite. It all goes back to manners. You know, when somebody does something for you, be gracious. Say thank you.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that simple.
Here's the other thing. Now, this could be something that these people are saying to everybody else. Okay? Chris, you may get this sometimes. It's like you're doing something transactional. Here you go, man. All right, man. Yeah. Thanks, amigo. And it's coming from a white person or somebody who's non-Latino, dude. Yeah. I'm immediately like, are you saying amigo? Yeah, fuck you, bro, amigo. Or all right, let me get that. All right, gracias. And I'm like, I want to always stick around.
It's like he's trying to let you know he knows what you are.
Or are some of these guys saying it to everybody? Like a white dude comes after me and at the checkout, and they're just like, all right, thanks, amigo. Or is it?
It's probably you. It's directly to you.
By the way, remember the cashier at Trader Joe's that I had the taco shop sweatshirt on, and he started asking me if I was part of new management at that taco place right next door?
Well, that's fair.
Okay, but let me tell you something.
That's fair.
Check this out, though. Because I remember he's like, oh, and it was my face was getting hot. He's like, are you sure you're not taking over for Taco's Way right over next to us? And then finally he's like, well, you got Taco Shop on your shirt. I go, oh, my bad. So he comes up to me. I go to the quick checkout, the 15 or less, and he comes over from another checkout. He's like, I can get you. And it's the same dude. This is what's funny. He's kind of laughing already when he gets over. He's like, yeah, the guy over there. And there's some young dude with a USC cap on. Okay. And he's like, hey, man, guy didn't know he's not even a USC fan. He's walking around with a USC cap. It's his buddy, so he didn't know what I was talking about. And I go, oh, what do you mean? So I guess he's like, hey, what do you think about their game this weekend?
Yeah.
And the kid forgot what he was wearing. And he's like, huh? What? He's like, think USC is going to win? He's like, I don't know. Who they play? And he's all, you got a USC cap on. So then the same guy tells me, when you're wearing something, and I go, that's his thing. He's going to go off of, if he saw you, he'd be like, Ali the greatest? Or Tyson?
Can I say this, though? What?
He's one of those people.
This is in particular with the hats. I used to do this joke on stage years ago, is a lot of times, especially if it's a black guy and you see us with the hat on, like, I live in L.A., I love L.A., so I wear a lot of L.A. stuff.
Born in L.A.?
Yeah.
Lived and raised in L.A.?
Yeah.
That's how he does it on stage.
So I haven't done that in a while. So my thing is this. A lot of times black guys will just wear a hat because it matches the outfit. So I'll be at a gas station. I remember one time I had a Yankee hat, and he's like, hey, Bronx.
Yeah.
And Yankee fan? I'm like, nah, man, it just matches the shoes,
But
bro.
you remembered what you were wearing.
Oh, yeah, because because we wear it for the outfit.
Yeah, but
it's a whole thing.
I hear you. But what if, don't you forget sometimes what you threw on like I do?
Yeah, because you're not probably into fashion like that to have the hat. I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
like
you did. Oh, yeah, you did. So you would remember which Ali shirt you had on? I mean,
I would, yeah.
Because you have a lot of them.
I have a lot of them, yeah. Yeah.
He has a closet of just Ali T-shirts. And then he's got
hoodies.
And then he's got his other thing of
yeah, and shouts out to Roots of Fight, man. Roots of Fight.
What's that?
It's they sell clothing. They have the rights.
Is that where you get
they have the rights to go to rootsofffight.com, but they have the rights to Ali, Mike Tyson, Bruce Lee,
Johnny Sanchez?
Marcus Allen, UFC fighters, and then also on the boxing side is George Foreman, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, the tapping.
You were hitting the keys.
I know. But anyway, they just have a lot of fight. It's called Roots of Fight, and you can order their gear online. But most of the gear that people see me on, who send me messages about it, it's Roots of Fight. And tell them that Ruben Paul sent you, are the best of everything. And that was actually a free promo for them.
You order just online only.
Yeah, or sometimes I call the guy because I know the owner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, we can't always remember what we throw on. So I don't know if you have to be a person that's like, hey, I don't agree. And you're like, wait, with what? That shirt and that team. Oh, yeah. Do people need to do that? I'd never call out anybody's outfits.
So let's go into comedy pet peeves in our business.
I wasn't even okay. Anyway, last little note. Don't throw out amigo, gracias, muchos, como estás. Don't do that stuff to brown people. Just speak to them in English first, and then if they go, ¿qué? No, you're not in English. Then you can go, sorry, amigo. Como estás? Ill too. Okay, everybody?
Okay.
Don't assume short and brown means only Spanish-speaking people.
All right, come on, amigo. Let's move on.
Okay, but the other thing, my friend, you're right on my friend. You know, my friend in Encino. You know who I'm talking about, my friend. Crazy guy. Anyway, Sean, that's the reason why I didn't get back to you, bro. I have my notifications turned off. Sorry about that.
Dude, when you when you do the fly kite, even though I also be trying to steal a version of that.
What?
But with the words.
What else is new?
With the words, when you go.
No, that was.
Who was doing that? Somebody was doing something similar.
That's. I did used to do the guy. He'd go.
And
like
then the
words. The English words are up here. And he's like, me too, my friend.
But somebody was doing a version of that recently, and I was like, really?
There's a dozen comics who are doing great right now because of me, okay? And you know that's true.
I mean, there's been some things taken. But that's another conversation.
There's been some things taken. There's been some things borrowed without asking. There's been some things lifted.
Yeah.
Comedy is like, and there's all these burglaries going on and these robberies. Like we're not physically getting robbed in the alley, but we're getting robbed of the material. It's unbelievable.
Well, I mean,
these lazy ass thieves,
Yeah.
Sit in the back like, oh, well, I'll just put it in my Swedish guy.
When they write off your premises, all of a sudden they have a bit based on a premise that they seen you do. But here's the thing. We won't even go into that. We can use that for another episode. Maybe when we have another comic on to talk about joke thieves or whatever. Yeah. But I think the frustrating thing about it all is it didn't seem before, other than, let's say, with the Mencia Rogan thing, is comics don't get punished for it. The industry doesn't punish you. Like the industry will know a comic has stole jokes. A promoter will know
that they're very hacky.
Yeah,
like just doing the stuff that's been done for.
But
decades.
They don't care if you can sell a ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all that matters. So if the industry isn't holding you accountable and you're able to profit off of it, what's to make somebody have integrity all of a sudden?
Right, because there's.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but you remember back in the day, there was a particular comic that we both know. I mean, they went and tried to do something in Comedy Central, and they told them, like, hey, such and such does that joke.
Right.
Or they told
some
comics that they're hacky.
Back
in the day, they would tell you.
They would just tell you, hey, man, that's stuff
that's been done.
So-and-so did that, so-and-so did that. You're really kind of rehashing so-and-so. And be like, come back to us in a couple of years, and And now it's just like, you're hilarious.
Yeah.
So
that's all they care
you
about.
Want an hour? Or you want 2 hour special?
Yeah.
Because this stuff is killing. That girls' night out is fantastic.
Yeah, people are still doing girls' night out like it's never happened before, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Because women go out together in groups. Do they? Do women go out together?
But wait a minute.
Next, you can tell me they dance together too.
Oh man! But us guys, we don't stick up for our own dudes.
But you know what? There's always an ugly one in the group.
Wait a minute, you guys got to understand.
Yeah.
Ruben and I had we this is before we really knew each other.
Yeah.
We both had a ladies' night out.
Oh my God.
This was when it was sort of becoming the thing
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
It was like trendy. I know out here for sure in LA, but but it was early on. We did those in the early mid to late 90s. And then you and I remember at one point we were like, man, I'm starting to hear people do this on the road. I'm gonna just drop it, and we dropped it.
But you know what?
Way back.
But what we did now that most don't do is, like, you'd write a bit and go, hey man, have you ever heard anything like this? Have you heard anybody doing a bit like this or talking about a bit like this? And I know when we were doing it during that time, at least in that LA comedy club circuit area, it was just like maybe just like me and you at that time.
And then
we were working the clubs. We were at the store, we were at the Laugh Factory, we were at the improv. So you when you see comics over and over and over again, you have a sense of what they do. You know,
of course.
You know, even when
if it's especially if it's like always when I run into a comic and we have there's something very similar. Of course, when you do topical stuff, obviously,
of course, absolutely.
And then I'll go, oh my God, this guy's from New York. We've never worked together. There's no way he saw me.
Butch Bradley just commented, I like this show better without Turner. But you got to come out and be on the show.
Well, you gonna come on or not? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I love Butch.
This is Butch Bradley.
Butch Bradley. If you're ever in Vegas, go see Butch.
Are you, sir? Because you don't fucking look like it.
Can I give Butch a plug, man?
Yeah.
If you're ever in Vegas, go see Butch. He has a residency at the Stratosphere, I believe.
The LA Comedy Club. It's at the casino is the Stratosphere.
Yeah.
And it's the LA Comedy Club at the top of the Strat.
Very, very, very funny guy.
Very funny
man.
dude, man. He's one of the guys that we used to do a lot of shows with here in LA, man.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. Go watch Butch
and a good dude. Like, not only is he
he's a great guy.
funny, but he's a good
guy. Dude.
Which counts.
And he's another Badger. Don't poke the Badger though.
Oh yeah. Butch will beat your ass, people.
Butch will start swinging it. It'll be nice. He's got that Irish.
Let me.
Slancha.
Here's a good Butch story. You know, we're very, to have good friends in life, you're lucky. And there's some people that are your friends no matter whether you talk to them every day, no matter if you argue or have fallen outs.
Yeah.
But when shit goes down and there's punches to be thrown, Butch is somebody that you want on your team. He's not going to run.
No.
He's not going to act like he pulled a hamstring. He's going to be there, and it's like...
He's not that guy that goes, I went running for security and management.
Yeah.
No.
Remember I had to go.
Hey, how about when Butch and I wrestled at the Mirage?
At the Mirage was so funny,
how did
man.
Security not show up for that, dude? We went all out with the wrestling, man.
We were hammered, and I just remember you guys tackled each other inside the casino. We had a great time,
dude.
But Butch is a very funny comic. If you're ever in Vegas, he's there, I believe,
Thursday through Sunday, right, Butch?
Yeah, but I believe it's a late show.
He's like, no. That's probably the part of like, don't get him pissed off.
And you know what's funny? It's like Butch. I think true friends are friends that you can. And this is a guy thing. This one thing that bothers me a lot of times with some women that I know is they'll get into an argument with their girlfriend and then they're not friends anymore.
Oh yeah, man, that's weird. That's always
and I'm sure there's guys out there like that, but you can have disagreements or get upset and the love not go anywhere.
Yeah,
it's like you can be mad at somebody,
sure.
But just to say, hey man, that guy's not my friend anymore, unless it's something like blatant.
Like it's it's something that's so fractured that it's that somebody does somebody wrong or whatever. But
it's Friday through Tuesday. 10 o'clock, his show.
Yeah, the 10. Oh, Friday today. I feel like they keep moving it around. Have they been shifting you around, dude?
Because it doesn't matter, dude. He's not here. We have to have messy guests on the show.
Another one of my pet peeves. Stick
everything is a
to
pet
the
peeve.
Schedule, please.
Everything is a pet peeve for you, man.
I made a mistake. It's not Thursday. It's Friday through Tuesday, 10 p.m. He has one show a night, one show, at the Stratosphere on the Las Vegas Strip. Up at the top, the LA Comedy Club.
I just realized I haven't played Vegas in over a year, man. And the last time I was there, I got bonused.
I thought you were going somewhere with that when I heard boned first.
No. No, but I haven't been to Vegas.
thought he was
I gotta get a week in Vegas, man.
And I got boned us.
Oh, really? All right. So earlier,
I got to get back there too. There's way more rooms now.
It's a lot of rooms now. It's a lot of work.
Well, Butch should hook us up. Not with LA Comedy Club, just like connections.
He actually said comics pop by due time, so he wants you guys to come by.
Comics?
Not
what?
you guys. He's talking about you guys.
Butch on his show, like comics will pop in and do time on the show.
I did you
yeah, if I was in Vegas, I'd definitely swing by there. You know, Edwin San Juan, I think, is still doing.
Is Edwin still doing?
I think he is.
Or is he busy in the sparking lot? Eh?
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, I thought you said comics do Popeye. No. I was like, that's what I thought he said.
So, I know we talked about this.
Popeye, due time. Got it. I just got it.
Jeez.
Slancha.
Okay, are we ready?
Are we going on more pet peeves or what?
I know you have a whole list of them, so let's cut them off and save them. We could do a 3-part series on your pet peeves.
Really?
Yeah. Because everything annoys you.
Yeah.
But what are some things that annoy you on comedy? Top 5.
The comics that consistently run the light
And then act like they didn't know.
and then it's either I didn't realize it was on. It's in the same place at the same time that you have been working this club for 15 years. Damn, I didn't see it. I did what? You did 31, bro. It was a 20-minute spot. Did they light me? It was on the whole time, and they were flashing you too. Oh, dang, didn't see it. No, you saw it, but it's a hot crowd and it's packed. Funny thing though about you, when it's slow on Wednesday night and there's 25 people, you jump off.
You get
at
off
16.
right on time, exactly.
You get off early, bro. So have the balls to stick with the 35 crowd people and not just stay and go long for the 250 people.
Yeah, that's
Just, and you know where you're at. Here's another thing. I love the comments. It's just like, what? I can always feel, I always know when they're stretching me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, I already feel like I've already
set.
gotten to 20. And sometimes I'll look in the back and they don't light you. The manager tells them, don't light him because so-and-so's running late and they got to stretch him.
Yeah.
We don't get a note. We don't get the MC going like, keep going.
Yeah.
So, but I tell you, our internal clock tells you. Mm-hmm. And I'm always kind of looking going, I think something's up because I should have been done. This whole shit with these comics, like, I didn't know where it was. I didn't even, I was?
And
at 23, I didn't even get a light on.
And here's the thing.
I can't.
A hot crowd is not an excuse.
And a hot crowd's not an excuse.
Because you got to think, there's other comics on the show, You know who, yes. Would have loved to have gone over.
Man, I'm always like, dang, I hate to get out of here, but there's 2 comics or 3 comics after me. So I'm not going to disrespect them. But I remember when at the Laugh Factory, every now and then when Sebastian Maniscalco would pop in, and he would always jump off in the weird. You ever remember when he got the light?
Yeah.
He would be finishing up the bit, and then he'd literally be like, I'm Sebastian, good night. So he comes upstairs, and somebody was in the booth there, and they're like, dang, dude, you just practically walked off stage. Sebastian goes, yeah. I had a 20-minute set. I did 20 minutes. And then walked away. And he's right.
It's pretty much that simple.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
You have quit trying to, and then, how about this? Oh, another pet peeve with the comics. They're not getting the big laugh at the end.
Oh.
So this is the reason why they go long.
Yeah, so they have to get the big.
So insecure that they just don't realize sometimes you just got to get off, dude. It's your time.
Yeah.
So that last bit didn't kill. So the audience doesn't know. You're still getting laughs.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not getting the applause break that you normally get. Maybe you're not getting that raucous, uproar that you know. It's just a different crowd. The bit didn't work the same. Get the fuck off, bro. Yeah. And then we know what's happening because we can see it. Because what happens is they close with what they normally close on, and we will be like, ooh, that didn't go like no. And then, but anyway, you guys good? And you can see they're trying to think of the next Let me tell you guys one more thing. I got to get out of here. That's always my favorite. I got to get going out of here pretty soon. No, you were supposed to get going out of there 4 minutes ago, bro.
Well, the best trick ever is after they've run the light and go, one more thing before I get out of here.
And the one more thing, the one more thing is 5 minutes long.
Yeah, exactly.
Now listen, if you're gonna go, hey, one more thing. This is my podcast. This is my website, and this is these are my handles on social media. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Yeah.
But one more thing
And
is
then
always
go
a
into
5
another
to 6 minute bit.
Yeah.
Stop it, man. Or I'm gonna get Butch Bradley on you.
How about this? This one.
Don't say that, Slancha.
This one makes me laugh. Is when the comic is having a good set and then they get the light and it's like, oh, they're giving me the light. I gotta go, guys. I gotta get out of here.
And then the audience, of course, is like, no. Well, you guys want one more? Yeah. I don't know what the management. They want me to do one more. I guess.
Yeah.
And they're always they become Mr. Timid all of a sudden. I mean, I guess I have to.
Mr. Timid.
Right? You ever notice that? It's like they're like shucks. They turn into the shuck. They're shuffling that 1 foot in front of them like this. Well, I guess I got to do more.
So
Chris, are you taking notes?
Yeah, Chris.
Chris is an up-and-coming comic, and we hope he's learning something.
I've learned more just from working with you, like hearing you guys talk about comedy than no one ever shows you the ropes like this.
No.
So this is insightful information.
I mean, the thing is, I just think any comic who's been in the business, fortunate to be in the business as long as we've been, and who've learned a lot from a lot of people, you should pass that down. But I'm not going to force any advice down anyone's throat.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean?
no.
But if somebody asks me, I'm more than willing to share whatever knowledge, I might have. And at the end of the day, I'm just sharing my experiences. It might not hold pat for everybody, but...
What was it you said to... there was this wasn't that long ago, and the host went way over and then walked up to you and was like, I didn't see the light, or I accidentally went over, or I didn't see the light, and I think you were like, you saw it, and you walked away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he went way over, like 7, almost 10 minutes.
And it's the thing is, you got to correct those things because, when you
saw it.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you know it, and especially I worked with a lot of guys coming up that had zero tolerance for that shit. So I never got into that bad habit,
How about working with Kip Adada, dude? Rest in peace, Kip Adada.
Yeah.
But he would literally, when I worked with him in Vegas, he's like, your set is 15, not 15:30, not 15:45, not 6. He went on and on. He's like, it's 15.
Yeah.
You're off that stage on or before. He goes, if you want to get off at 14:45 and 14 and a half, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But you're not going on after. This is how the headliners would talk to us back in the day.
Yeah.
You're not. They'd get you kicked off for the week, by the way.
Absolutely, 100%.
You'd run if somebody was acting out, like doing shit like that, they'd be like, hey, where's the guy that was.
But of course,
let him go.
But of course, they think they're getting kicked off the show because
They're
couldn't
killing-
follow them. You couldn't. No, motherfucker. It's not that we couldn't follow you. It's you're going way over time, and nobody wants to hear any more of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. What were we on besides that?
What, where were you on?
I don't know what happened.
See, I usually let that shit go, but Johnny's such an asshole with it that if you actually force me to do that.
I do that a lot with people.
You do. I mean, I just think I'm just really into etiquette and trying to do the things the right way. Being respectful of everyone, not just in comedy, but in life, but specifically in comedy. It's people don't look at the big picture in things. And that comes from being selfish, only thinking about yourself because, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I've never ran the light. We've all ran the light before. But like you said, when you do something repeatedly and that's what you're known for.
Yeah.
And, it's just something that you got to be conscious of. until you don't have to be conscious of it. You know, but even then that does come back and bite you in the ass, because even if you're a big name and you can bump people and do as much time as you want when you show up to a club, you know, if you consistently do that over and over and over again, bumping people, then don't be surprised when nobody likes you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Are people root for your demise?
Through all the years, you know who were just off the top of my head, a couple of famous comics that were always they came in, they said they were going to do 15 to 20, and they did 15 to 20 every single time.
Oh yeah.
It was Chris Rock,
Louis C.K.,
Arsenio
Arsenio
just comes in.
Yeah.
They're not going. They're done when they're done. They're bumping everybody, which is okay, by the way.
Absolutely.
But not
They
bumping
earn the right
and
to
then
bump.
doing 45. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Oh, you said
David-
Louis C.K. was like that? Yeah, David Tell. David Tell.
I'm just saying from my experience. I just remember when he was really, really, really popular. I remember him coming in. And then, you know, when you see a bigger name come in and you know it's potential to get bumped, you're like, shit, how long am I going to have to wait?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he came in, looked at, and like turned and was like, hey, I'm only going to do 15. And only did 15.
Yeah.
Which you respect. Chris Rock, same type of
Always,
experience.
man. Always
you know,
coming in
would
to
tell
the-
you exactly how much time he was going to do and do that amount of time. So when comics do stuff like that, it just, you gain a good reputation. Like, yo, man, he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't
That's
have to
right.
go up there and just do his time. He could have did 2 hours if he wanted to. No one was going to say anything.
Right.
But to have respect for his fellow peers,
Yeah.
just to me speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always said that if I was at that level where I was huge, I'd either try to wait till the end if I could. I know a lot of times they're popping, they're popping into room to room. So, but if I was gonna bump any of the comics, I would just be like, I'm sticking to the time slot I'm doing. I'm not gonna just like those guys, man. Because the other ones, we know there's more of the other ones that are bigger names who sit there and they're going to pop in, hey, so-and-so wants to do 10. And then, 35, 40 minutes later, they're still up there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
That's
and by the way, we always talk about how come there's not a clock, the digital clock that goes backwards for in every comedy club. Where
how long have I been saying
you've
that,
been
bro?
yeah.
That to me would eliminate a lot of excuses. A lot of I didn't see it. It's like, hey, there's going to be a clock to your right, and it's going to start counting down.
When you touch that mic,
when you touch the mic,
grab
it's
the
gonna
mic.
start, yeah, it's going to start counting down.
Yeah.
You know.
And you see it.
Yeah.
And then because there's always that debate and argument. I think they timed me wrong.
You know what? That could be a way to signal you if you needed to do more time. Maybe they stop the clock. Like if they need you to stretch, the clock stops. It stops counting down. Then that would be like, oh.
Yeah, somebody like me, you know what I would do?
What?
I'd be in the middle of a bit and go, hey man, did the power go out?
Oh, jeez. No, you'd still be able to see the numbers.
I know, but I wouldn't. I know. But that's the first thought what came to my mind. Yeah. Oh shit, guys! Even though the spotlight's on, and the lights are still on, I think the power just went out.
Eric
or
Rivera.
I would also do this. Wait a minute. When I see the clock stopped, I'd be like, then my ex.
All right. Anyway, Eric.
I would stop until the clock started again.
Anyway. Eric, your boy, says,
your boy.
Big clock, Oscar play out music to people who run the lot or the Apollo hook.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm all for that, but I mean,
well, you know what they used to do back in the day, Eric? I don't know if you know this. They used to just turn the music on.
Yeah. Start putting the music.
Yeah, just turn the music on. Oh shit, guys, I gotta go.
And the other thing, not as brutal as that, was the host just started to walk up on the stage to go grab the mic.
I'm telling you, last night, I almost came close to doing that. And my word is, the next time something like that happens, I will walk up on stage. Because at the end of the day, you can't beat my ass. So let's deal with it that way. Yeah. When you're being that blatantly disrespectful. But, yeah, man. That, now I'm mad.
Here's what's great. We went from pet peeves to like comedy pet peeves, the comics acting up.
But here's the thing. I just think there's a lot that kind of gets out of hand and that people tend to accept as normal when it's like it's not normal. Like you said, Sebastian was like, yeah, I had a 20-minute set. I got off at 20. And people...
Right. Sometimes he would jump off, 1950 or something.
And there's a sentiment like everything is no big deal. Well, if everybody operated on no big deal, then you'd have shows that just kept
they're going to
going.
go 3 hours
Yeah.
when they're supposed to be an hour and a half.
Or it's like, oh, dude, I only went 3 minutes over. Well, if everybody goes 3 minutes over, and then I always think about this, and maybe because I'm using this position and you're in this position a lot, is I'm last, man.
Yeah.
I got to close the show. So if everybody runs the time, and
right.
then it gets to me, it's like, really?
And then the other thing is drop checks.
Yeah.
So the last guy's getting the checks being dropped, and the crowd is starting to get tired because the three adds up. Each comic 3 minutes. 3, 6, 9, 12. Now it's now they got 15. Doesn't sound like much to everybody else.
And we're not even including the host time.
And we're not talking about the host
Yeah.
who may or may not do time in between.
Yeah.
And then the crowd gets a little, they just get a little winded, especially if it's
Especially if it's a long
it's
show.
all, and they're all solid.
Mm-hmm.
They're almost laughed out towards the end. So, but those are major pet peeves for me with comics. What?
Eric Rivera goes, why
Name
is
names.
No, but
Name names.
you're laughing now, but you're not going to laugh when you read the next one. He goes, why is Johnny dressed like he's playing a Little League game after? A Little League game later. He's going to be on here next week, so save it for next week. Eric Rivera will be in that studio next week.
Not talking that smack in person.
I think Eric will. I don't think
we're going to end up on the ground then.
I don't think Eric's scared of you, man. Eric,
okay.
All
right.
Eric can take you, I think.
What?
I think he can, Johnny. I think he can.
All right. Okay.
It's
funny how he always goes after me and not you, and I don't know him as like you do. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
you know him better than I do.
Me and Eric.
I've always known him, and we just do gigs, but it's like, hey, what's up? You've been good. You've been good.
Yeah, because I actually take time out to talk to people and get to know people. I do too. Why.
But some people are like, some comics are like, hey, what's up? What's up? And then they
you
just
know what's funny about you? You could be a little standoffish.
Me?
But if you even sense somebody shining you, man.
No, I'm not standoffish.
Sometimes you can be if you don't know them.
I say hi to all the comics. Now, I don't always sit down and start having a conversation like when I get to a club because I haven't done the show yet.
Yeah.
A lot of times I like to go.
And that's probably why it comes off like that sometimes. Yeah.
Well.
But you can just get into your zone. And sometimes they go, yeah, he has to get into his zone.
I just kind of like, what ends up happening? I'm always cautious of with comics. Sometimes, and this happens, you'll say hi to somebody and then they start spewing out all this stuff that's been going on in their life. What are you laughing at?
Eric's taking another shot at you. He goes, don't get Johnny mad. He's going to fall out of his
he loves
booster.
The short again with the short jokes.
Yeah.
And the same ones. And nobody knows how tall Eric is. He's not that tall, but he's always got heels on. I've never seen that dude in sneakers. There's always dress shoes with like an extra lift on the back. So of course he looks like he's 5'9". And he's really.
Can we save it?
We'll
save it for when he's here next week.
Yeah, Stan Felton knows. Stan knows me. He knows Johnny Stan. What's up? Whisper out to Stan Felton, man.
Who's Stan Felton?
From Tulare. He's been one of our loyal listeners.
What up, Stan?
So he goes. You got him, John. He knows, man. Johnny Sanchez, back in the days. Butch knows too.
Yeah, I just at the end of the day, with all this stuff, it goes back to just etiquette, man.
Yeah. Are we staying on pet peeves, or are we moving on to something else?
Well, Johnny, the show's almost over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, you want to do a shorter one today?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right, to wrap up with the...
Man, I can't believe you're willing to wrap up at 45.
Yeah, with the comedy pet peeves.
We're going to continue.
No, just the last one. The last one.
Okay.
If you had to choose, you named Running the Light, You named what is it? Begging the audience, telling the audience that they're forced to leave. Like I got to go. They're giving me the light.
Yeah.
What's
What's the worst one?
Yeah.
That's tough, dude.
Really, you hate them that equally?
I would say the one more thing and the they're giving me the light are the two that my face will get hot. I mean, I'm irritated when somebody's running a light as well because they can't get that big light. Obviously, that's one more thing.
Yeah.
But those two are like equal because you know what they're doing. They have to tell the audience that.
Yeah.
Which I think at least the other guys who are running it and not acknowledging, I'm like, well, at least the audience doesn't know.
Yeah.
But when you start bringing in, guys,
well, that one we didn't talk about, which I know is when you go to a room and it's not properly set up for comedy. That's not conducive for comedy with lighting and stuff like that. Yeah, that gets a little frustrating, especially after you've been doing it for a while. I know it bothers you more than it does me, but when somebody invites you to a show and it's not conducive to comedy, you're like, really, dude?
And they're just like, and there's the lighting is bad. So you see the comics go up there and they got shadows.
Yeah.
And it takes some people don't understand. That's a big lighting is huge with stand up.
Yeah.
And then of course if the how about when the mic is cutting in and out? One of those cord.
Especially when and it always goes out on your punchline. Yeah. Always goes out on your punchline.
It's always
But anyway.
It's always that. And then I said to her, damn.
You're like, really? But all right, man.
I don't know what we accomplished, but I feel better.
I know you feel better, but talking about pet peeves. But anyway,
and quit doing hacky short jokes, Eric. Get some new ones.
He'll be here next week.
Yeah, he's gonna be here next week. All right.
But thank you guys for listening. This is the best of everything, and we will see you guys next time.
Don't run the light.
Ruby motherfucking Tuesdays.
This show is all about diversity and bringing everyone together. You never know who you're going to see at Ruby Tuesdays.